Bonjour tout le monde.
Qu'est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire sur M. Broadbent? Avez-vous des souvenirs particuliers?
Bien, il était un député quand j'étais là. Et puis ensuite, il est devenu le chef des NPD. Et j'ai eu à travailler beaucoup avec lui. C'était un homme très connaissant et un collègue très agréable. On pouvait avoir des désaccords, mais c'est ça qu'est la politique. C'est des débats entre, pas des ennemis, mais des gens qui n'ont pas nécessairement les points de vue, mais en bien des circonstances, il a été très utile, particulièrement dans des moments difficiles comme le rapatriement de la Constitution, la Charte des droits. Il était d'un soutien important pour moi. Et je suis toujours demeuré un ami. C'était un homme très agréable à rencontrer, qui avait un bon sens de l'humour et qui était bien connaissant. Il était professeur d'université et qui avait des intérêts dans toutes sortes de choses. Alors, c'était un bon politicien, un grand politicien et un grand Canadien.
C'est vrai parce qu'il a soutenu le rapatriement de la Constitution.
Oui, les NPD m'ont appuyé là-dessus. J'avais des conversations parfois avec lui à ce sujet-là, avec David Lewis, qui avait été son prédécesseur, et avec Tommy Douglas lui-même, qui était à la retraite, et à quelques reprises, ils avaient des problèmes avec ça, avec certains députés à l'intérieur des NPD. Alors, et Lewis et Tommy Douglas m'ont appelé pour m'encourager, puis me donner des conseils. Ah, c'est des beaux moments de la politique que j'ai vécu. Il était un vrai bon député, un vrai bon parlementaire.
Happy birthday, sir, in English.
Yes.
In English, what went through your mind when you heard Mr. Broadbent?
But he was a very good MP. He was elected in Oshawa, and he was a professor of university, and he became quickly the leader, replaced David Lewis, and his previous predecessor was Tommy Douglas. And during the patriation of the Constitution and the Charter of Rights and Freedom, you know, there was some disagreement within every political parties, and we had many discussions to that effect. And a few times I had communication with Tommy Douglas and with David Lewis to that effect. And in Parliament, he was always very civilized. He was never nasty. We had tough differences, but it's like playing hockey. You know, you can go to a hockey game, and you can't bump a guy in the ramp or be bumped. After the game, you can have a beer together. So that was politics. Is that, you know, we all elected to do our best. We might have disagreement, but everybody wants to do a job. Ideas vary. It's what is democracy, and it is very good that we can disagree on things, but be united for the goal of making a better country.
How do you think Canadians will remember him? How do you think Canadians should remember him?
Oh, that is very noble to be a politician, and he was in that category.
Do you think that this kind of friendship between different political parties is being lost now? Do you think political parties can still have beers together after?
I don't know. I'm not on the Hill. But for me, I never took it very personally. Sometimes I would say that it is easier to be friendly with the guy in front of you, because the guy behind you sometimes are unhappy with you. If you don't name them ministers, you know, they are not very. So some want to take over your job too. So the front is not the same. We're confronted in the House of Commons, and so many guys on the opposition became quite good friends, and Broadbent was one of them.
Do you have a favorite political memory with Mr. Broadbent?
Nothing. He was always there when there was a good cause. Even after he quit politics, I was involved in some problem or occasions where we needed to be partisan. I was involved in a couple of international statement group for disarmament, for example, nuclear disarmament and so on. I remember we signed a document, myself, Joe Clark, and him. You know, and we're happy to be together because we believe in the same thing. But in the House of Commons, sometimes it looks worse for you guys because you love the show. And, but we're human beings, and we all want to do the best and serve the people of Canada.
When is the last time you would have seen Mr. Broadbent?
Well, I saw him irregularly, social occasion and so on. I met him probably 2 or 3 months ago, but I don't remember where. And it's always friendly.
C'était pour le discours de M. Biden. Peut-être pour le discours de M. Biden au printemps dernier, je ne sais plus.
Oh, il était là, je pense, mais je l'ai vu à d'autres occasions. Et seulement, évidemment, il sortait beaucoup moins, comme moi. Nous n'étions plus des poulets du dernier printemps.
You're here on the Hill. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about some of your memories as a prime minister that you're proud of?
Oh, but, it is nice for the people to have organized such an occasion. There will be a lot of former ministers and members of parliament, and my family will be there, and people coming from all across Canada. Many of the leaders, political leaders, have accepted apparently to talk on videos. I told them, not ask them to come because, all the politicians have been at many of these occasions. And so apparently they have a good film, but I've not seen it. So, and it will be a very good occasion to celebrate that I'm 90, and so it's 30 years as that I became Prime Minister, and 60 years I became Member of Parliament, and 90 years that I was born today. So some say the Triple Crown.
C'est vrai, c'est une année...
unique pour moi.
3 anniversaires, finalement.
3 anniversaires. 30, 60, 90, alors ça n'arrive pas souvent. Et je suis chanceux, je suis en bonne santé. Et puis, j'ai envie de continuer. Un jour, je vais disparaître, mais il n'y a rien qui presse.
And how would you say Canada has changed over your 90 years?
A lot. And we always think it's terrible. I started to be involved in politics in 1956. None of you guys were born. And I was the president of the Young Liberal of University Laval and for Canada. And I never wake up in the morning and the headlines were, Canada had a good day yesterday. Never saw that headline. I think we might have at least one in that period of time. But it is, good news is not a news, and a bad news is a news. A dog biting a man is not a news. But a man biting a dog, that will be a hell of a big news. And it will be, in fact, 2 animals who do the same thing. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, merci.
Thank
Bonne
you.
fête.